In October 2009, all roads will lead to Nairobi, Kenya's capital city, where the International Conference on Urban Health will take place. The 8th International Conference on Urban Health comes to the African continent for the first time in 2009. Kenya has the honor of being the first country outside North America and Europe to host this prestigious and momentous event. The conference is jointly organized by the International Society for Urban Health and the African Population and Health Research Center in collaboration with the Government of the Republic of Kenya.
The Society was established to bring together researchers, practitioners, and advocates to advance the needs of urban health. I'm very pleased that we are going to be able to have the 8th International Conference on Urban Health in Nairobi, and it will be hosted by the African Population Health Research Center. The two hosts are Dr. Jean-Christophe Fatso, who is the president of the Society, and Dr. Alex Eze, who is director of the center. These are two leaders who have vision and organization to be able to make this meeting a success, and we look forward to you coming to this meeting, which will be a turning point for urban health in Africa and the world.
The African Population and Health Research Center, APHRC, is a non-profit, non-governmental international organization committed to conducting high-quality and policy-relevant research on population, health, and education issues facing sub-Saharan Africa.
And one of the major programs we are doing is creating a platform for understanding the linkages between rapid urbanization, growing poverty, and declining health outcomes in urban settings. And we've been working in 2 slums of Nairobi, Korogocho and Viwandani, since 2000 to really understand these dynamics.
One major innovation of the 2009 conference will be the convening by APHRC of a leadership forum with mayors and civic leaders from several cities in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. The International Society for Urban Health, ISUH, is an association of researchers, scholars, and professionals from various disciplines and areas of the world who study the health effects of urban environments and urbanization. With a population of just over 33 million people, Kenya is primarily an agricultural country that relies on tea, horticulture, coffee exports, and tourism. Statistics show that 60% of its population is below 14 years of age. About 56% of her people live on less than $1 a day, and life expectancy is below 50 years of age for both men and women. Nairobi, just over 100 years old, is the most populous city in East Africa, with an estimated urban population of between 3 and 4 million. It is home to many companies and organizations, including the United Nations Environment Programme and the United Nations Human Settlements Programme, known as Habitat. Kenya's capital city typifies the current urban population boom and associated urban health and poverty problems. The majority are estimated to be living in slum settlements, where poverty and prevailing environmental conditions expose children to high morbidity from preventable diseases, malnutrition, mortality, and low levels of school attendance.
Sub-Saharan Africa and Africa as a whole is one of the most rapidly urbanizing regions of the world. And current estimates suggest that by the next 15-20 years, more than half of our population will be living in urban areas. Majority of the urban population, unfortunately, in many parts of Africa, are actually living in slums. And understanding the challenges they face within the slum environment becomes very critical. So I believe that within the field of urban health, having the conference in a place like Nairobi, which typifies this type of rapid urbanization within stagnating or declining economies in many parts of Africa, provides a huge opportunity to really redefine the field of urban health.
Philip Sika, the Permanent Secretary in the newly created Ministry of Nairobi Metropolitan Development, is aware about the opportunities this conference presents to the host country, Kenya.
Nairobi, as you know, contributes about 50% of the GDP of this country. And if Nairobi doesn't work, then obviously the rest of the country will have serious problems in terms of what comes out of Nairobi and the like. So some of our short-term issues that we need to look at are issues to do with traffic, issues to do with solid waste disposal, issues to do with housing, also issues to do with health.
1,000 researchers, scholars and professionals from various disciplines will converge at the Jomo Kenyatta International Conference Center in Nairobi to discuss effects of urbanization on the health of urban residents. The Kenyatta International Conference Center is located at the heart of Nairobi. It is within walking distance of several five-star hotels offering world-class accommodation facilities. It provides globally competitive convention facilities. The iconic building is the most unique architectural structure on Nairobi's skyline. The most prominent feature of the KICC is its amphitheater. Its design is based on a traditional African hut. Its circular nature is very well suited for symposia. The Savo Ballroom is the largest chamber of its kind in East Africa. It is ideal for large international meetings, exhibitions, banquets and receptions. Kenyan hospitality is legendary. Right from your arrival at the airport, guests, weary from long hours at airports and on planes, can rest assured of first-class reception that is both unique and reassuring.
We have a lot of world-class hotels. There's a Hilton here, Intercontinental here. Right now there are 2 new hotels that are under construction that should be ready by the time the conference is going to be held. Within 1 hour's drive from the city, we have about 3 national parks which one can visit if you have the time.
Places of interest include the National Museums of Kenya, which houses the Liki family discoveries at Tanzania's Olduvai Gorge, and Kobe Fora in northern Kenya, fabled to be the cradle of mankind. The recently renovated facility opens up a side of Kenya that is truly intriguing. Kenya is one of the world's most beautiful destinations. It has 480 kilometers of pure white beaches, washed by the warm waters of the Indian Ocean and sunny all year round. Full of beautiful marine life. Over 50 game parks, spectacular landscapes. On 25th of October, just a day after the conclusion of the International Conference on Urban Health, the 7th Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon will take place. It is the largest sporting event in Kenya. Last year, the event attracted 30,000 runners. Sports enthusiasts and amateur marathoners will have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to run alongside Kenya's famed marathoners. Indeed, it will be the perfect opportunity for conference participants to take part in healthy recreation after 5 days of indoor discussions. Online registration may be done at the race's official website. The majority of sub-Saharan African countries are lagging behind in the achievement of the health-related Millennium Development Goals. While technologies for addressing the current health problems in the continent are largely known, the challenge lies in how to adapt policies and systems to effectively respond to health needs, especially among disadvantaged and vulnerable populations. This remains one of the great challenges we face as professionals, pursuing lasting solutions in the area of urban health. ICUH 2009 will provide a forum for deliberations and networking that will bring us closer to finding answers to the problem of urban health.